the station that will air things this person does in school. Last time you saw us, you witnessed us get to the information about Franz Ferdinand getting killed by a Serbian activist. Well, despite what anybody believed, it led to a war, a world war. Though, right after this big war, a huge depression happened to everyone. But we'll get to all of that in a minute. The big issue today, what should the world's name be called? And won't you join me for our interns, PK Fresh and that Asian, first time joining me on the couch? But don't worry, Anakin is teaming up with Birdman and Dr. Pidka on this special episodes. So you guys, what should it be called?
International Civil War, I guess?
I think it should be called the British, French, Russian, Italian, American, German, Austria, Hungarian, Ottoman, Bulgarian War, or the Befragahab War.
Okay, so really big civil war, international civil war of the Befragahab War. PK Fresh, what in the world were you thinking? Wait a minute, world, a war, maybe we should call it a world war.
Meh.
No, that'll never catch on, dumbass.
Oh, okay. Well, let's get to the facts. This is 1914, well, the same day that Franz Ferdinand was killed. Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia. 4 days later, Germany declared war on Russia. 2 days later, Germany also declared war on France. On that next day, the United Kingdom declared war on Germany. And on that day, Germany invaded Belgium. 2 days later, Austria-Hungary declares war on Russia, and Serbia declares war on Germany. Yeah, everybody was just waiting to go to war. On August 19th, the President of the U.S. said that they'd totally stay neutral. During September, as the war starts progressing, the soldiers start digging trenches and having some trench warfare go down. In November, the United Kingdom says that the North Sea is a military body of water. In order to block goods into Germany and to finish the year, on December 24th, there was an unofficial Christmas truce, where nobody fought the next day, and they were all friends for one day.
Here's 1915. On February 4th, Germany makes a war zone around Great Britain. This area was blocked with submarines, and if you weren't German, you'd probably have your ship sink or sunken, or whatever. On April 22nd, the Battle of Ypres begins. The Germans used to poison for the first time this time. On May 7th, the British ship RMS, something that starts with an L, was sunk by a German U-boat. And on September 5th, Tsar Nicholas II takes personal control over Russia's army.
Okay, here's 1916 on February 21st. The Battle of Verdun begins. This was the biggest and bloodiest battle of World War I. On May 31st, the Battle of Jutland began. This is the major naval battle of the war. On July 1st, the Battle of Somme began. This is where tanks were first introduced into battle. And here's 1917. So on January 19th, Germany sent Zimmermann telegram to Mexico in an effort to entice Mexico to join the war, because Germany sucks. The British intercepted and deciphered its code message. On March 15th, Tsar Nicholas II leaves office, because that crap is scary. On April 6th, the U.S. declares war on Germany because Germany kept sinking all of our ships. America tried to keep the peace, but eventually we just had to join the war. On July 31st, the Battle of Pash, holy crap, that's a lot of letters. Okay, the third Battle of Ypres began. On November 7th, the Bolsheviks overthrew the Russian government during the 1917 Russian Revolution. And on December 17th, a truce was agreed upon between the new Russian government and the Central Powers.
Have we even mentioned which one is which? Well, the Allied powers, the good guys, was Great Britain, France, Russia, and Italy. The Central Powers was Germany, Austria-Hungary, the Ottomans, and Bulgaria. Only now that they've settled, let's finish the quote-unquote World War. Here's 1918. On January 8th, the President of the U.S. issued his 14-point speech. This basically outlined the 14 points he wanted the U.S. to follow morally in the war. On March 3rd, Russia signs the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk, however you spell that, however you say that, or however it's pronounced, which was between Russia and the Central Power. On March 21st, Germany launches the Spring Offensive. On April 21st, German flying ace Baron Manfred von Richthofen, or the Red Baron, is shot down thanks to Snoopy and Woodstock.
What's a Red Baron?
I don't know the clue.
On July 15th, the Second Battle of Marne begins. On November 9th, German Kaiser Wilhelm II abdicates and flees Germany because, like we said, war is scary, and it sucks. On November 11th, Germany signs a truce of Compiègne, France. Fighting ends on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, which is 11 a.m. on November 11th. Pretty cool, right?
That sounds like booty.
On June 28th, 1919, the Treaty of Versailles, which is like the 50th one, states that this quote-unquote World War is over. Hooray! But what happened afterwards? Well, nothing much better as it seems, but we'll get to that after these messages from Dr. Pietrzak and Anakin.
Hi, my name is Dr. Pietrzak, and this is my associate, Anakin. And we are spokespersons for the Pietrzak and Anakin's Totally Legit stocks and bonds. You should buy our stocks and bonds because they can only benefit you in the future. You know, times are tough. You see this parking lot here? I used to have enough cars to fill this entire parking lot. Now I only have this one. See? It's so sad. So you should come because you pity me and it's such a sad story.
And just to let you know, if you don't feel totally comfortable buying his stocks, here is what your stocks could turn out to be. You see that? Both of them are up because that's how good your stocks will be. So, go ahead. Do it. Totally, 100% scam proof.
Paid for by the neighbor who didn't know he paid for it.
Well, the aftermath of the quote-unquote World War, like I said before, wasn't that great. Four empires collapsed, old countries were abolished, new ones were formed, international organizations were established, and boundaries were withdrawn. Lots and lots of changes. Here's a map of the world before the war. Here's a map of the world after the war. Now, if you look at this map, you can almost make out the countries. Oh wait, this isn't the political map, it's not boring, and all that everyone's grandfather talks about. Rimshot.
I thought we didn't have enough money.
We don't, but we have Morgan Freeman voice over it.
Ever since I was a little boy, people have enjoyed the sound of my voice.
That was really lame.
No, it wasn't. Also, the UK and Germany had universal suffrage, which isn't as bad as it sounds. They both became electoral nations. Is that a real term? It sounds right. Anyways, because of the defeat, Germany and Russia, which is now called the Soviet Union, decided to team up. This totally worked. For a while later, they broke up and started competing for domination of Europe. One of the things that happened right after the war was the hyperinflation of Germany. See, because of the treaty at the end of the war, Germany had to pay about $31.5 billion to cover the damage of crap. Whew. Germany was like, we don't have that much money, so we'll just print all that money. That should work.
And as for Russia, it lost a lot of territories to other countries. And basically, everyone lost a lot of land, except for the Ottoman Empire. They lost their empire. And then the UK had a lot of economic problems. They had about 300 million euros of debt, and inflation hit them as well. France had a lot of damage, and Germany couldn't pay them at the moment, so they got to the US in 1923.
Italy felt like they got screwed. Though they thought... Italy felt like they got screwed. Though they fought in what they called a meaningless war and didn't really get anything for it. So they sent a bunch of troops on September 12th, 1919 to get everyone out of the area they wanted. Japan tried to get racial equality because of the Treaty of Versailles. That's right. Sorry.
Whatever.
I'm gonna beat your...
America wound up helping out everyone financially until the Great Depression came around. The Great Depression started a massive domino effect in all of Europe for about 10 years, from 1929 to 1939. Now it went on longer than that. But that's about the time it started to decline. I'll give it to that Asian now.
Thank you. On October 1929, the stock market crashed and millions of investors were completely wiped out of money. Over the next couple of years, everybody stopped spending and completely investing, which caused jobs to go away and industries to stop making anything. The golden age has left. In 1933, 14 to 15 million Americans were out of jobs. Thankfully, though, this was its peak. American presidents at the time, Franklin D. Roosevelt, helped the worst part of it, but it really didn't stop until 1939. Hoovervilles came around in the 30s, and it was the unemployed would stay for a while, then leave, looking for jobs somewhere.
In 1933, it got better. Then in 1937, it got worse. Oh, and then the next year it got better. For good. Yay! I guess everything is okay now.
We better check on how good it is with the hour on the field guide. Birdman.
Well, it seems like everything's fine and dandy here in the Hooverville. There's not much around except for a whole bunch of clutter. Other than that, everything seems fine.
Wait, that's it?
Yeah, I think so.
There we go. Well, with the Great Depression declining now, I guess it's going to be a great, beautiful, big tomorrow. Tomorrow. No other giant world wars could ever happen again. So I guess we'll sign off for now. With Anakin back as my co-star, this is Shaggy.
And that Asian.
And PK Fresh.
We'll see you next time. This was the station that airs things this person will do in school. And don't forget to not get stabbed out there in the city.